Oh, no. All right, nobody panic.
But panicking is what I do best.
Jeremy, he's quiet. Anthony, are you still alive over there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm right here. Hello.
Yeah. All right. Well, okay. Hi, I'm Jokey in my pants. But more about that tomorrow. Hi, I'm Jared Minikheim. With me as always, Anthony Denny.
Hey.
Fucking Christ. And we got Sergeant Redacted with us. Good old boy Jeremy there.
Hello.
Ooh, there was a flash.
I don't know what the fuck that was. He just got possessed by a demon or some shit.
Hello.
So no, we're all three of us are here. I thought we might have one more person today, but maybe not. But we never know.
He might
anyway,
be
guys.
getting groceries.
Oh yeah, it's whatever.
Because it's
Yeah,
on my
so
watch
welcome back
list.
to Oddchat. What an Oddcast. We're all back doing the usual thing. But today is a fireside takeover because FWNR, the fireside chats, fireside weekly news roundup is what we have it as now. We're ending out 2020, and we had a fucking great year this year with that show. So first of all, just to anybody that has watched FWNR, and if you haven't, go check it over on Gaming Beyond the Box's channel. They're kind
What
enough
channel would that be?
Broadcasted there. Gaming Beyond the Box.
Ah.
Wilmy Hood's YouTube channel. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, so go check them out. But they've been nice enough to let us put it there. And this year, kicking it off over there, it's gone really well. We've had like 50 people that come out every time it premieres out and chat at us with the show when we're premiering. And it's very nice. We very much appreciate it. So thank you all. So because of that, we're doing a bit of a special FWNR here today. We have a special live show coming out tomorrow over on Wilmy's channel. So go check that out. Jeremy, how are you today?
I'm doing absolutely wonderful. How are you?
Yeah. Nobody actually cared. Anthony, how are you today? I'm gonna miss making fun of you. I really am.
I cared. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right.
Did you just say I cared?
Hey, it only takes one.
About...
It only takes one, Jared, and then soon I will have millions.
If I learned anything from Jim Henson, it's just one person to believe in you, big enough and strong enough to believe in you. Soon they'll think if they can do it.
You're singing a copyrighted song.
I can do it.
I'm gonna.
And then there'll be a whole.
So we're gonna mute Anthony. So you're just gonna keep going. That's fine.
I want to know.
Hey guys. Yeah, so welcome to Oddchat. As I said, it's going to be a fireside thingy today. We have a bit of our own thing going on. I don't know. I'm kind of lost. There's so many things that I have to cover over today. I really don't know fucking where to start.
Well, we can start.
James on here. Our good old boy Husky Baby. But Husky Baby is not going to be here tonight because Husky Baby had to work and he's a bitch. So,
instead, we have two idiots as his replacement.
I don't appreciate that joke. So before I get into anything else, why don't we just get right into what that's about? So Husky Baby got himself into the alpha for Back for Blood that's out right now. Came out today. He got himself into that, and we had an extra code, so we gave that out. And our lucky winner was lucky enough to get the code.
I just want to say, WB, you're not watching this, but I didn't get my code. I didn't get approved. Before we even decided to do that, I was originally just going to give it to Anthony, but then I'm like, you know what? No, why don't we actually give it to people who like listen to this? Why don't we kind of be nice here? It's only one code, but hey, let's be nice. Yeah, he's very upset. Anyway, so I asked James. You can see how scared my eyes are. I asked him what he thought about it, how he felt about it. His response was, being from the people that made Left 4 Dead, he said it's like Left 4 Dead, but if Left 4 Dead smoked crack. And that game has turned out to be, according to him. And from what I've seen, it seems that way. They did take Left 4 Dead, and I've even seen people comparing it to things that they did with Evolve, with because they have a card system in this game. So you can have things that like you can get more healing, or you can easily find more ammo, yada yada. Kind of things that you can build what they're calling decks, where you put the different cards in and you can build it around. Basically, like, if I know I'm going to play with this friend, then I need a more tanky character. So I want things that are more geared towards damage distance. If I'm playing with this friend, then I want to be a healer. So I need things based around that, yada yada.
Like if you play with someone who's very reckless, goes head in first, you might want to be a healer, and you yourself might want to be.
I am that friend 100% every time. Everyone hated playing any battle royale game with me because somebody would point out that there was a car like 500 miles away, and be like, "All right, there's a guy over there. He seems to be going away," and I would just pop up with a light machine gun and open fire on it, and be like, "He's definitely not coming this way. I'm making sure, guys."
Oh my god. You're that guy that always gives away the position.
I am. I'll try first and to just kill everybody. So anyway, that's what that is. But there is an AI director, much like Left 4 Dead had, where Left 4 Dead would kind of adapt based on how you were going through the level. This game is going to have the same thing. It's going to adapt its gameplay based on you. It has its own cards that it can play, and it can also give you a thing of like, okay, it's going to play something that's going to give it more mutant. What they're not zombies; they're calling them ridden because they're parasite ridden. Get it? But anyway, they're called ridden, and then there's the mutant ridden, which would be your special infected. It could have a card of like it's going to get more of those and more common infected, so you'd know what cards to kind of have playing for yourself.
That's very interesting.
Yeah. So it changes itself up every time you play it. But they said it does encourage you to play back through the same missions over, just so you can get different kind of cards, because the AI will then accommodate what you've chosen last time to how it's going to play next time. So it's an interesting thing. Yeah, so I want to get into this though. So we have the ridden, as we said, the infected characters of this game. Then there's the cleaners, which are the ones we play as. Now, unlike Left 4 Dead, where you only had the 4 survivors, this game is going to launch with 8 people, but they're giving, in the alpha, you have your access to the 4 people, which are Walker, Holly, Avalinjo. His name sounded off, and Hoffman are the 4 people they have now. 4 more that'll come out with it. Man, I gotta tell you, from what I have seen for the infected, they are straight up Left 4 Dead special infected, but like hybrid mixtures of all the ones that we know, and it looks fucking insane. So first off,
like the spank, the smoker tank spank.
I want to talk about the Wretch. So the Wretch it's a boomer, but it looks like its body almost looks like body armor, if that makes sense. But it acts the same way as the boomer, except it's not about attracting the horde. It's a fucking spitter acid boomer hybrid. It vomits essentially spitter acid and explodes in such gooey manner as well. So that's an interesting mix-up hybrid of a specialty you have to deal with. They also have what they're calling what's called a tall boy, which is the one that kind of looks like a charger, except he doesn't charge in with his long arm. He actually slams it down like it's a fucking tree trunk and slams you backward. Then there's the other one that they kept showing is called the Stinger, which is a hunter, smoker, spitter hybrid. It's the one that has 4 arms, bounces around, and clings to walls like it's a hunter, but it shoots. It basically shoots. It looks like a spider's web, but it like holds you in place. So it's like a smoker, spitter, hunter hybrid fucking thing that they came up with. And then the ogre is at your tank, just this big, massive fucking beast.
Are they like onions? He wants to get rid of me, but he knows he can't.
I know he can't get rid of you, especially because I'm leaving.
Hey.
I don't know what to do with you.
Kiss me, feed me, never leave me.
But anyway, that's all I'm going to say about it for now, because I don't get to play the alpha because I don't have a gaming PC either, because I'm a poor boy and nobody loves me.
I don't get to play the alpha because they don't love me.
Yeah, they didn't love you, unfortunately. But yeah, so that's where we're at with that. James is going to kind of let me know how he feels about it. It's going on for the next 4 days. So congratulations, everyone that's getting to play it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I can't fucking wait to get my hands on this game. There is a thing about playing as infected. I guess it's just a very small thing that they kind of tease at that probably, I assume, will probably come in a later beta. But it's looking like it's giving you a hint to what it might be like for a versus mode, which I'm just saying throughout the whole fucking stream they had out for this thing, for like the alpha, they kept saying like, we listened to the fans and we did this and that. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Total Rock. Like, I know you're the team that made Left 4 Dead, and I love you to death, and I get it. But if you're truly listening to the fans, there has to be a versus mode in there. Like, I'm sorry, I know we all like the co-op, and we all have our memories and fun with it. But let's be honest here, the multiplayer side of it was the thing that got a lot of us hooked into it.
I mean, and it's probably in there. It is still in alpha. And it's possible that they didn't take everything away in alpha. God, this light really makes me look pale.
You are pale. You're dying, my son.
I'm a tiny little Mexican.
You are dying, my son. You will die a peaceful, unpeaceful death. Oh, there he goes. Like the guided salmon up the river.
Really
that was then caught by a bear and viciously murdered. So anyway, we do have some news stories. Anthony, I sent these over to you, if I remember correctly.
Exactly what I say every time he's like, I sent something over to you.
You did. Yes. Sorry, I was doing the dishes when this happened, so I wasn't.
Excuse. Not like I'm.
Don't make me bring my whole laptop down there and show you the clean dishes.
You can show me the porn collection you have. That would be nice.
I can't.
My spank bank's getting low. You know what I mean?
I can't, and I can't say why.
I'm just kidding, everyone. I'm not actually a sick degenerate. I'm actually. Unlike, I think out of these two,
bullshit.
I'm the least to talk about shit like that around most people.
Jared, you had a pornography DVD. Jared, you had a pornography DVD in high school, and other porn in your room. Don't do this fucking high and mighty, holier than thou bullshit. I saw the porn. I saw it.
Along with much more.
She was a cowgirl on DVD.
Yeah.
Like I members.
To be fair, it was
to be fair,
and it was about a soldier. They had a boot camp. They had like an army camp fucking scene. But like they all were just fucking intense.
The fact that you.
Why did you bring this up?
Because you're like, I don't have any porn. Even if you don't now, it's still in your heart.
So anyway, I sent these over to Anthony, which apparently he has not read them over, which is kind of sad.
Did yes? Let me. Yeah, no, I'm looking at them right now. Yeah,
Jesus Christ. Well, there's one that I think we're gonna start with because it fits. I don't know. It fits Oddcast pretty well. So we're gonna start on this one, which involves the Snyder Cut. Guys, are you fucking happy? Are you so happy already?
The Snyder Cut.
I am so fucking.
Jeremy,
ready.
have you not heard, Jeremy?
No.
Delightfully devil, Seymour.
You know I got it on. You know.
So I'm just gonna leave it there because I don't think we really need anything more than titles and whatnot. But anyway, so the title reads: the Zack Snyder teases Justice League R rating, possible theatrical release, and Foul mouth Batman?
Fuck Batman.
Honestly, that was the first thing I thought of. So anyway, fucking first up, Jeremy. So Justice League released, and it was fucking awful. Everyone hated it.
Terrible.
They just they didn't do a good job with it. And I think we can all admit that. And if you can't, I'm sorry. Hashtag FNP, neuter spade and New Year fanboys. Anyway.
The fuck?
People were outraged that Zack Snyder went on to say that was not the movie that he envisioned, and that wasn't the movie he wanted to make. So they bitched up a storm. So then WB decided, okay, we'll work with you guys. So then he went to HBO, and then HBO was like, here's a $50 million budget. Go finish Justice League the way you would have finished it. And what did he do, Jeremy? Instead of a 2-hour-long movie, we're getting a 4-hour-long fucking movie that's going to be broken up into 4-hour-long parts exclusively to HBO.
Wow.
HBO Max as well.
Wow.
I am so excited for this.
And he said, and I quote, "There's 2 hours of never-before-seen footage." Which I would hope so, because it's 2 hours longer.
It's just Justice League, but at half the speed. Now, I'm excited to see this movie in the same way that Mr. Salisbury would be excited, because I remember him saying this, that one day he would love to see an elephant on a train track just to see what happens.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, I'm in that boat.
It's going to be a disaster. It's going to be gross, and I'm going to love every second of it.
It's going to be fucking awful. So I just want to talk about he's talking about he's going to make it R-rated, and he's going to have a foul-mouthed Batman. First off, I don't give a fuck. Let's do the foul mouth. We're 17. We're like 17. YouTube doesn't give a fuck. So fucking Batman doesn't need to have a foul mouth. There's no reason that should be a staple point of your R rating is that Batman's gonna get to say fuck a couple times. Like, who gives a shit?
The thing is, Batman doesn't need a foul mouth because he's scary enough. He's fucking Batman.
The only thing the R rating could work for with the Batman he was doing with fucking god damn it, I'm so mad I'm forgetting names again.
Affleck.
Thank you, Ben Affleck. Is that Batman seemed to damn near kill people, like cripple them entirely when he fought them, or just murder them. Yeah, just murder them. Let's admit it, he murdered them. So that Batman, I mean, I could see him getting an R rating and just giving more fights to how brutal that Batman could be, I guess. And then you throw in like your fucking Jason Momoa Aquaman with the same kind of deal.
Yeah,
it could have some fun moments, but I don't think you need the R rating, and I don't think any of this is necessary.
Now the only question is, how many dicks and titties are we going to see? Because
let's see, Jared Leto's Joker's in it, so
we missed out on seeing Jason Momoa's dick in Game of Thrones, and I will not forgive the D&B for that. Give me swinging on Jason Momoa.
Was it all that you could hope for?
I don't know. Actually, I'm curious now. Don't mind me just looking up. Going to Google.
Did you have crippling depression when you found out that Aquaman had a bigger dick than you?
Oh no, she just got home. Nope. There is nope. He's never had his schlong and dick out before. Just why would he need clothes? He's underwater.
I really wanted Heather to just walk up this and open up the door like she did last time, and just as you were looking that up, but there needed to be a picture, and you just be like, no, it's not what it looks like.
If I couldn't find it, great. Too bad I couldn't find one. Then I would have called her up here.
Anyway, which for Heather's case, the worst nostalgia trip ever taken is where she's at.
Say that every time because I really do like their shows. Speaking of which, we're actually got an episode of that dropping this weekend over on What an Oddcast. So no, Michael sent me 2 episodes. He finally sent me shit.
Oh, he finally sent you.
God,
like did you get sure that like
2 months of trying? You know, he finally got it.
Yeah, like end of October, early November, you started asking for episodes.
Yep. Yeah, it was right around Halloween time. But you know.
But remember, if Zack Snyder gives Superman a mullet, I have to buy and watch Batman vs Superman Ultimate Edition.
I think he might have given him a mullet.
Live tweet. Only if he gets him a mullet. I don't want to see it, but at the same time, if it happens. Oh God,
we made a promise. So
you mean where I'm going to watch it watch the 4 parts individually?
Yes.
And then watch all 4 as one thing, drunk off my fuck?
Yes.
Drunk off your fuck.
Drunk off my fuck. That's when you're so drunk you can't use your own penis and you pee all over the wall.
Sounds like you have experience with that.
Sometimes, you know, things happen.
Everyone does. You're the odd man out here. You're the freak.
Hey, look, I can still get drunk and utilize my own dick. All right.
And
how the hell am I?
That's not what I heard.
You haven't been drunk enough, my friend.
Have you ever been so drunk that you forget you've been drinking?
Yes.
No.
Only one of us answered yes to that one. Not surprising which one of us that was. So anyway, moving on to the next story. Steve-O and Johnny Knoxville hospitalized on Jackass 4 shooting because of a treadmill accident.
These men are not young anymore. I read the story a while when it like yesterday. I appreciate that they're still doing it, but they can't be doing this.
Out of it.
Like, oh my God! Don't fucking kill you! Don't fucking die for us! Don't fucking Knoxville! You just got the catheter out. Don't get another one.
Yeah, so anyway, because Steve-O actually just did his thing called Gnarly that he put out, and Gnarly was just, as he put it, stunts that he wasn't allowed to do before that he kind of just put out in his own way. So Steve-O's Gnarly was his own thing that he had put out, but he had been talking about they were working on Jackass 4. He's been saying it for I think about a year now because they were in script writing about a year ago, and he's like, "Yeah, we're working on one." But this is like the first official news of anything that's come out of that. Other than him saying that they were working on something, and of course, it's that they got fucking hurt. So
yeah, I like the first official confirmation of Jackass 4 that I heard of is they got injured.
Second day of filming Jackass, and already Steve-O and Knoxville are hospitalized by jumping on a full-speed treadmill with band equipment.
Ooh. Oh God! Have you ever? Now you guys weren't band nerds. You guys weren't in the school band. Have you ever seen a tuba in person?
Yes.
They are big and they are heavy.
I'm trying to fucking imagine what a fucking skit they came up with. Where they probably likely dressed up as band members with tubas and trying to get on a full high speed treadmill.
I'm imagining the situation is they're wearing like that full like SpongeBob goes to the bubble bowl where they got the hats on and everything. And like, we got trained for our marching band. All right. And then they hop on it and they fucking explode.
Yeah, but they're not young. Man, Steve-O is still like he still does shit like that though. His YouTube channel is full of just all the shit that he's done, and even like recently, just like I got bored. We did this the other. That is what he's made his career on, and that's what he's always been like. That's what he's just been doing for so long that I think they're gonna keep doing it till they break themselves completely.
And the weirdest part about it. He's now 100% sober.
Goddamn.
Yeah, good for him being sober. So he's not high out of his mind to not feel the pain or anything nowadays.
Yeah, see, I had an uncle that when he got sober, the reaction was I can understand a guy being high out of his mind doing that, but not just dead sober. No way in hell I think anything other than that guy's crazy as shit.
I'm not stapling my nutsack to my leg or putting a live leech on my eyeball.
Oh god, the leech on the eyeball. Oh.
Maybe if I would. Oh, and stapling the nutsack wasn't too much.
No. Stapling the nutsack. I do that on a normal Saturday. That's my sexual religion.
Hey, to each their own.
But yeah, so that's like the first official confirmation of anything that's been filmed about the show is that those two have been hospitalized, performing one of the stunts that they had going there.
Now, Jared, I would like to introduce a story. I don't know if it's in your list of stories, but it came
please up. Please bring up anything that you would like to.
Well, this came to news today, and it is very sad that one Jeremy Bullock, I don't know how to pronounce the name, the original actor of Boba Fett has sadly passed.
Yes. Yeah, that came up right before we were going to go live. The original actor of Boba Fett. Anybody who might be confused by that, because maybe you're just young and you don't really realize, or you don't, I don't know. The guy who originally played Boba Fett was not the same guy doing it now. The original guy didn't really have lines. He was just kind of an intimidating figure. But from what I have seen, Husky Baby, James there, he shared out Mark Hamill's Twitter, and Mark Hamill had a lot to say about, like we all got to actually kind of meet the guy, and he was actually a really nice, forthcoming guy. But it's just sad. It's really sad because we just now get Boba Fett back in Star Wars, where it's like and as a badass, so it's like, oh man, it's just fucking great. And then the original actor dies. Just life is unfair. 75 too.
Yeah, he was young.
I mean, I don't know about young, but
also I have a question.
For the most part.
Speaking of Twitter, how do you DM someone? For the life of me, is it just tweeting at them?
I can't help you have an affair on live air.
Is there a secret message thing?
No, there should be like on the top of Twitter that you click on that, and that's like, or on this, or on the bottom. Maybe it's on the bottom. It's the little envelopes. That's your messages, and that's you go in there and then you put it in person.
I have no idea how to do it, and it's just like, oh yeah, it's DMC. I'm like, how do you I feel like an old man.
Yeah, it's literally a little envelope, like an email thingy. Click there. That's your messages, and then you just look kind of like a Facebook Messenger. You just look for whoever it is that you're looking for, and then you DM them.
Oh.
Yeah. I got we talking between.
There you go, Grandpa. There you go.
I found it. Yeah.
I just taught my dad a thing today.
I'm the youngest one here.
That's the worst part.
I am a child.
Jeremy's balding. You
gotta be able to use the app. Well, that should just show you how much I don't use my social medias.
Oh my god!
But apparently, I just want to say, apparently, back on September 19th, 2019, I sent someone. I don't know. I sent a message.
September 2019. What were you sending messages?
Oh, I don't know.
Other than maybe not the other girl.
It was another girl.
Oh,
yes,
your wife's sister.
It was my wife's sister. I sent her a video about a PSA.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah.
Well, that's murky waters. We're gonna move on.
I married the smart one.
we're gonna move on out of that controversy. All right.
You know what, Jared? I can see Anthony somehow in the future having to go to court and marriage counseling because they can't work together, and then somehow you and I get dragged into it, or at least you.
Are you kidding me? I'm going to be cheating on my wife with Jared.
Exactly.
Sure, his wife.
Yeah, I'm going to suck his dick. He's going to suck mine.
Well,
the man's soul is located in the prostate.
I don't know about any of that.
But I mean, here's the difference. I mean, you're doing your normal habitual, thing here in the U.S. by sucking Jared's dick, and Jared's going to the food truck to get himself a burrito.
No, I'm sorry, sir. I am a cheeseburger man. So anyway, honeybees have been found using fecal matter to help scare away the murder hornets and giant hornets, the different variations across Asia, because that's really where the giant hornets are located more is Asia. So the honeybees in East Vietnam, I believe it was East Vietnam. Let me double check my own. Yeah, East Asia, and this one was in technically Vietnam, I believe. Yes. So they're using fecal matter to help dissuade the giant hornets from attacking their nests. This is a significant find, whether you think it is or not, simply because giant hornets are starting to be, obviously we've heard the news about like, oh, they're invading. They're not invading, but they have started to see them pop up in more areas. So it is something where it's not so much dangerous to people, but like if we enjoy honey and different things of that nature, we might want to look into the options of how we can help because they murder whole hives. That's the whole giant hornets thing,
which is bad.
Yeah, so the Japanese honeybees, what they were doing is they circle up on giant hornets and they superheat their bodies by vibrating, and they cook the hornets alive, and that's how they were defending themselves. Other honeybees didn't really have a mechanism.
That's how I keep guys off my girl at the dance floor. I hold on to them tight and shake. So I killed them.
We were about to have intercourse, but I shaked so bad that she burned alive, and I had to hide the body. And I've never told anyone that till now.
You cold-hearted bastard.
So these honeybees, they're found to be using fecal matter instead, just as a way to kind of help repel, hide their own pheromones away from the giant hornets. And they're looking at this to try to help other honeybees, or what options could they have?
I mean, that's pretty smart and a very unique find. I mean, because they really haven't done anything to adapt or to move on or to really do anything because they haven't really had a predator that was significant enough to them to adapt and overcome.
I mean, other than bears.
Yeah, but they can't really overcome bears.
Yeah.
So what's a bee gonna do to a bear?
But to the fact that honeybees are actually going out there and finding raw materials to utilize to fend off and ward off predators and a specific predator.
First off, thank you to Miss Heather Matilla here, the entomologist who made the discovery and whatnot, and is doing research. Thank you for helping with that, because I'd hate to see honeybees go away. I love honey. But anyway, can you imagine you're just taking a shit in the woods and a bunch of honeybees show up and you're just like, what the fuck? What is happening? And they don't attack you. They just hover around you until you're done and you're about to throw it in a bag, and they just like start angrily humming at you, and you're like, okay, put it here, and they take it and go away, and you're like, guys, you're never gonna believe this. I found a way to make bees not attack you.
You gotta shit yourself.
They just want our shit, guys. That's all we gotta do. We're never gonna get stung again. We just gotta give them our shit. But yeah, so they're using animal feces to cover up their own pheromones. Because, obviously insects use pheromones to track and whatever. So the honeybees have kind of found that if they use animal feces to cover up their pheromone, then the giant hornets don't have a way to track them back to the hive.
That's pretty smart.
Yeah, good on them.
They have adapted, thank God. So we haven't really done anything like this in a while. We used to do like hero of the month and things like that. I haven't done anything like that with Fireside in a while. I had a hero of the month with a rat, but that was back towards the beginning of fall. And I believed I named it Hero of 2020. This one's gonna be Hero of the month of December. We're gonna pull this story up, gentlemen. But we have our next hero. Before I get into that, Jeremy.
Oh God.
If you were a honeybee, would you cover yourself in shit to survive?
I mean, survival of the fittest, right? If that's what it
only
takes to
animal
get.
species nearby is Anthony, who's just taking a hot, steaming pile of shit while camping out in the woods, and it is the only shit around for miles.
Why? What is the situation that you've built?
That he's a honeybee and you're camping. That's what we're going with.
Well,
you just see a balding honeybee that's gonna just. Jeremy, I'm gonna miss you so much.
you're a douchebag.
Yeah, Jeremy will be joining us on our last episode on Monday. That will be
The last episode.
And technically, if he shows up tomorrow for CLT Sandwich, he'll actually show up on Wednesday last. So, haha, Jared, suck it. Yeah.
Suck thy wiener.
Suck my wiener. So anyway, yeah, we have the hero of the month. Oh, fucking Christ.
A balding
Jeremy, you'll get a kick out of this story.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, Jeremy. So, yeah, an EMT, one of our loyal healthcare workers who's out there trying to do her best every day. She became a member of OnlyFans. And why? Why would she do such a thing? Well, it's like anybody else in this country right now. We're all just trying to fucking make ends meet. We're all just trying to make the money we need to pay bills. Well, she found a way on OnlyFans. You send a couple pictures and shit, and you make a bunch of money. She's like, oh, well, this is helping like get me through to pay my rent. But then the New York Post went and shamed her because she was an EMT, and they thought that was uncool that she was an OnlyFans person.
Hey, she's allowed to do whatever she wants. I'm still waiting to see if her sister has an OnlyFans.
Lauren Quee. I hope I'm probably mispronouncing your name. I'm probably mispronouncing your name. Miss Lauren Quee, 23, New York-based paramedic who turned to posting semi-racy content on the platform to supplement her income. She has also reportedly worked as a hostess at a Korean restaurant. All in all, like many Americans, she juggled many jobs in order to try to make a living. However, the New York Post reporter Susan Edelman and Dean Balsami decided to dox Quee, possibly putting her job and as a healthcare worker at risk and sparking massive uproar on social media. So in other words, two people in the New York Post were just like, look at this posting this smutty filth on the internet. Let's run her through the dirt because she's a paramedic. And that's what they did. And now basically got her in trouble.
Fuck those people.
Fuck those two reporters.
Man, if only we lived in
she's the hero.
Now, I know we don't get political. But if she got a fucking decent pay, if she got a decent fucking pay, as opposed to, instead of having to not get working on the front lines, EMT, and not getting enough pay to live, is kind of garbage. And if she had opened up an OnlyFans because her pay wouldn't be good.
Especially, she's in New York.
Yeah. I fucking hate it when
shit.
When EMTs and doctors are underpaid, anyone in the medical field, and I hate it when teachers are underpaid. And I always,
know for a fact, every nurse I've ever known has always been underpaid. They're never paid enough for any. Most of the nurses I've ever known have always had a second job starting off for the longest time until they can try to get a position that pays them enough. But yeah, most nurses I know do work two jobs. Bartender, waitress, and then also a nurse.
They shouldn't have to, but
So yeah, we don't typically get
getting off my
political. If
soapbox.
you're in the healthcare service, you should definitely be getting paid enough to fucking make a living. You shouldn't have to have 3-4 different jobs plus you're being a paramedic all fucking day. Like that kind of shit's ridiculous. Because I mean, let's be real here. We all like have had parents or like family or even friends now that are in the medical care field. Like they work ridiculous fucking hours.
Well,
like
I mean,
imagine
you also
that,
you also
but
got
then
to
you
look at
also
the
need people to
fact
do another
that
job.
I mean, a lot of the workforce is not accepting that today is a new era. It's a new change. I
No.
mean, we're what, like 15, 20 years ago, it was he and she. Now it's he, she, it. What the fuck is this? Alien, aberratic, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. They don't accept that. And the fact to have multiple jobs and one being where you actually send out pictures and all of that, and then they frown upon it. I mean, yeah, I get it as far as professionalism, just because I'm military. There's certain jobs that you should not have that freedom to do, kind of like military. But, I mean, she's an EMT. She saves people lives. Give her a fucking break.
Yeah.
And to drag
And it's
somebody
not-
through the dirt is that's bullshit.
And doxing is also illegal. But also the fact that it's like
Hashtag ouchies.
it's not like she went around her like, hey, you know, I brought you into the hospital because you broke both your legs and you're alone. Here's my business card with has my OnlyFans account on it.
Yeah, no. This girl was literally she did the OnlyFans thing on her own time, which I feel that you're not. Who the fuck are you hurting at that point? Yeah. So she sends some pictures. Like it could be any. Here's the problem with this. The OnlyFans picture could be anything from her, like in a bra and nothing that crosses a line. To it could be nudes. There's no discriminate line of what she could have been doing. It could just be the simplest thing that she's doing just to make enough so she can pay her bills.
Yeah.
However, and the two reporters make it seem like she's just being a slutty sloot. And it's like, that's not how that works. Like it's actually more detailed than that than could be worked that way. So how about you stop being an asshole?
And not to mention as well, who's really the one to blame here? The woman who's selling her selling this, or the people who are buying it? I can only just see the story. It's like, wow, that was my paramedic. Yeah, I'll pay for her nudes. I'm gonna tell the New York Post. But hey, if you pay for this girl's nudes, she's a paramedic. Like, how many people? And I really hope that her OnlyFans.
If I got saved, I mean, I mean, you know what? We're not gonna wait into that. She's hero of the month. That's so we're gonna leave this as. We're not gonna wait into hero controversial
hero of the month. I don't know who she is. And I'm not gonna have an OnlyFans. I'm not gonna make an OnlyFans account for anything.
Said her name. Rewind the episode like a minute, and you'll catch her name. But no, the hero of the month. Simply because, like, I don't think she's done anything wrong. There's no reason.
Fuck the snooty men.
Yeah, no, fuck these two New York Post writers.
Fuck those snooty men.
If I want to put a picture of my butthole online and have people pay me $20 a month to see it, that should be my right as an American.
Hey, there is a place for it. It's called OnlyFans. I don't know if you've heard of it or not.
I haven't. I have one more big news.
Oh, please go for it.
I don't know if you've known this, and Jared, you probably already know this from just from personal use, but Pornhub purged all of their unverified porn.
Oh shit! Are you for real? I didn't know they did that.
It went from 14 million videos to 3 million videos overnight.
Oh my god!
Actually, no, I did hear about this from Gaming Beyond the Box. Lady, she brought it up that they purged everything out, and then people were asking like, "Well, what is an unverified?" And we were like, "Well, like the revenge porn shit." Like, oh, my girlfriend broke up with me, so I video recorded us like hate fucking the last time thing. All that kind of shit. They just purged it out of there because you're like, these people technically didn't have consent to even put these on here, and they just went and burned all of them out.
Yeah, basically, it was getting really dicey. Like they were, unwanted porn
coming out of the ass for that kind of shit because of people that didn't get consent to be on the website.
Yep. So now you have to have a verified account. And I know people are sad. I know this one guy just from being in circles. He is trying to get a verified account so he can put on the 4-hour cut of Revenge of the Sith back on Pornhub. And that's the only reason why he wants his verified account.
Oh my god!
Because someone took like the final season of the Clone Wars and fucking spliced it together with Revenge of the Sith and put it on Pornhub, and it sadly got removed. 4-hour cut. So he's like, I'm going to get verified on Pornhub just to release this video again.
Oh my god! Wow.
That's also because
people are amazing.
There was a lot of. I don't know if you guys know this, but there was a lot of pirated shit on Pornhub.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't require you to be verified. So I mean, anybody can literally put anything.
Yeah, like before
anyway.
Before it came to
Like
Disney
YouTube.
Plus, the Broadway musical Hamilton was up on there in 2 parts, and it was really funny because it said like young immigrant man takes American by storm.
Oh my god!
Really
Jeremy,
pornographic titles, and oh, it's terrible.
What would you want it to be about?
Huh?
If we made a porn parody, what would you want us to parody?
If you guys could parody a porn, what would I have you guys? What would I like to see?
Don't say SpongeBob because that already exists.
Well, it depends. Do I want to go to my very, very dark side, or do I want to stay a little bit like, light, enlightening?
All these beautiful people that'll listen to whatever clip I put out on the podcast platforms, and while you're gone, give them something to remember you by. What give them an insight to who you are, Sergeant Redacted. What would your perfect parodied porn be?
Ooh. Ooh.
I don't like that. Ooh.
I mean, while he's thinking, I'll fill up some air. I still would love for fan fictions to be written about Jared and I, and Jeremy could be there as well.
Fuck
Please,
no.
Please don't.
I would love to read them and record me reading them to Jared for his live reaction.
Please don't. Please don't.
Oddcastmedia@gmail.com.
I'm a TV and a head. I'm a head and a TV. Please don't.
Oh, I'm gonna fuck with you guys while I'm gone.
Jeremy,
and just let you know,
love you.
My wife is an English teacher, so she can help me critique these pieces of art.
But
she can even read them for us.
Pieces of art.
Oh yes, dude. Hey, anyone writes anything about
Jeremy,
me?
What was that parody you wanted? It's taking him such a long time to come up with something.
Yeah, I got something fucked up that I wanted to say, but then you're like,
"Oh, let's hear it."
Remember
please,
you
by all means. What do we give a shit? Nobody's gonna watch this. Nobody listens to it. We're fine.
You already said that they got SpongeBob, right?
Yes.
Why not Rugrats?
All right, I'm not googling that.
I'm pretty sure, and I hate it.
I'm not going to look at that. I'm not looking that up. So it's going to remain an enigma.
Yeah, but don't they have the adult one when they're like teens or something like that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that there is a Rugrats porn parody, but there is a porn parody of SpongeBob, but it's like Sponge Dongs Square Nuts or some shit like that. Like there is porn of everything.
I don't want to see grown people in diapers and I really don't want to see child porn. So,
pretty sure there's a Rugrats porn. It's kind of like Rule 34. If there's something that you love or something that's a big franchise, somebody's made a porn parody about it.
I'm curious now. Transformers.
Oh, you know there's Transformers porn, but it's not.
Oh yeah.
Let's see.
I wonder who's a couple. Is this an Optimus? Now I've watched this as I move the light out of my second screen.
Just a car with a giant dildo on it that keeps ramming into a poor woman.
It's a lot more.
Oh, Bumblebee!
Not as many men as I thought. I'll be honest.
Now,
God, actually,
are they what you think they are, or are they Transformers more than me?
Let me show you something. You're not gonna be. You are not prepared for this. So Transformers
show.
Yeah. Trust me.
Okay, what do we got?
Ready? This is a third-party transformer. It transforms. It also has BAPS, which I believe is the medical term.
What's BAPS?
Boobies, tits, milkers, fun pillows.
Boobs, yeah.
If you guys ever want a good laugh, look up Jobby the Hong on YouTube. He does toy reviews, and he's fucking hilarious, and he's great, and I love him. He made a whole song from about The Room, the movie by Tommy Wiseau.
Oh God!
But yeah, he's great with his review. Apparently, those bosom, you can. It's hard plastic, but you can transfer it out for squishy.
So in case the hard
by the way,
doing it for you on your toy transformer, you can give her fun pillows.
Yeah. By the way, guess how much that was or is?
Let's see, collectible. It's gonna be. Oh, Jeremy, please. $250.
It's currently $139.99 if you can get it from first party, which obviously is sold out. But for second party, it is $189.99.
Holy fuck!
$200.
$200.
Say
$200 life size
shipping and whatever else.
God,
like
no,
6 foot tall.
No,
it's like the little 6-inch toy.
Well, fuck that. I don't want it then.
Yeah, it's only like a 12-inch thing. Like they're not big. They're not big at all.
And also on this specific eBay one. Oh, if you guys want the name, it is the Toy Big Firebird EX-01 Nice with 2 E's.
That's great.
It's amazing.
It's the best thing I've ever heard.
Oh wait,
so we have some more news. We have some more things to come over for. Okay, what now?
Sorry, I just the box. Let me share my screen one last time so you guys can see the box that this thing comes in.
Tits. In case you didn't know, she has boobies.
It has a face where his eyes are crossed and his tongue is out.
Are you serious?
I can't imagine why anybody would want that. So anyway, I have 2 different technically dealing with ancient species. So I will let Jeremy pick 1 or 2.
Number uno.
Uno? Okay. It's your brother. So we have the story here is that an ancient amphibian is known to be the oldest animal with a slingshot tongue.
The fuck?
The newly described and dubbed Yaksha Pareti lived 99 million years ago.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, very long time ago.
Researchers scanned the skull of a now extinct amphibian
and found a long bone with remnants of the tongue at one end. Other soft tissue is also shown. Essentially, it's kind of like, God. Have you ever watched a chameleon eat, like on animal shows, and like a chameleon opens its mouth and its tongue like is in like a tube, and then it just shoots the fuck out at whatever it's gonna get?
Yep.
Yes, we all know a chameleon.
It's looking like this is the creature that like the earliest they've seen that adaptation in something with that kind of tongue, where they're saying the yellow part on the picture here is the bone that essentially slungshot it, and then all the pink here was all the flesh that they had. So they figured that with whatever analyzation kind of shit, that essentially that this here gave it a slingshot motion, and the tongue would go kind of like we see in modern day lizards now, where it slingshots out and they get whatever food they're looking at. But this is the oldest animal with that.
Maybe it's precursor to the frog tongue.
It's quite possible. Juan Daza of Sam Houston State University of Huntsville, Texas, dubbed the creature Yaksha Pareti. Yaksha is a type of nature spirit in Myanmar folklore thought to protect the roots of trees, and Pareti is in honor of Swiss mineralogist Adolf Pareti, who discovered the fossil.
What did they call him Adolf then? Dude, I want to discover a species so I can name it something stupid. This is a thick lad.
Don't say it. Don't say it. And just don't.
With two C's, a thick lad. The thick ladderosaurus. If I discover a dinosaur, that's what I'm naming it, the Thicklatosaurus. People are going to hate me.
God. It is going to be the fucking smallest damn dinosaur ever discovered.
It's going to be like a fucking
the only scientist hunted down by everyone and an angry mob.
I'm not a scientist. Okay, let's face it. A lot of science shit is bullshit. Like, oh yes, we discovered a planet that's 125 light years away that rains diamonds. How the fuck do you know that? I mean, I'm an idiot.
Telescope.
No, you can't tell me that. Though they recently developed a telescope that could actually see 139 million years in the past.
So anyway, the creatures here were thought to have gone all over from Spain, Canada, to even Japan. They've had the fossils around for a while. They were a salamander-like creature with pointy claws, unusual jaw structure, and four-legged body covered in scales. Based on their scaly heads and claws, scientists thought that the creatures were probably burrowers, like some modern salamanders, but didn't explain some of the features. There were these strange little things with weird jaw joints and neck joints. And essentially, over the course of time, they discovered, analyzing all the shit, they figured out that it had the ballistic tongue, and it's reminiscent of a lot of reptiles and amphibians having that same kind of thing today. Except that thing was fucking giant in comparison to all of them. So they're thinking that may have been where they got that from. So yeah, I just thought that was an interesting thing. Old as fuck dinosaur that resembles what modern lizards and whatnot are like. Jeremy, you can relate. That's like your brother.
Which one?
All of them, especially Swamp Man.
Well, I mean, I do have Jesus as my brother.
Jared, can I share my favorite image of a dinosaur?
Oh, God. What the fuck is that?
That's a T-Rex. Well, you see, because we don't know how fat dinosaurs were, and they're precursor to the birds. So some genius artist decided to draw, and I love it. Because what if the T-Rex was super fat like that? Like, I'm a fat guy, but after I die and I'm bones, I'm going to have some fat on my bone. The Thickosaurus.
the T and T-Rex originally stood for thick.
It's not the tyrant. It's not a tyrant. It's a Thickosaurus Rex. Wow, it's the beginning of a porn.
That is a good one.
Oh my god.
Oh,
A thick note sounds like. Don't say "oh fuck" after we're talking about thickness.
I've been meaning. I'm glad you're here. So there's a new series coming to Netflix next month. Are you excited for it?
I don't know what it is.
No, because I won't see it.
He got you there. He got you.
Nicolas Cage and the History of Swearing.
Oh my god, yes. I didn't know that was Netflix and didn't know it was next month.
And I won't be able to see it. That's why I'm mad. I'm not excited because I won't be able to see it.
Nicolas Cage, if you're out there listening, I love you. It's just really funny. The trailer thing they put out is Nicolas Cage painting a picture and him talking. He's just talking nonchalantly, whatever, and then he flips it around. It's a flower that he has been like painting immaculately with just pussy written on it. And he's like, it could also mean a cat. And then it just ends with him swearing coming January.
Oh,
I love Nick. Like I've always said, I both ironically and unironically love Nicolas Cage and everything he does.
He's
Mr. Cage, Nicholas, if I may, please come on our show.
Please. But no, it actually looks like it'd be a really fun show. And Nicolas Cage is just like the perfect man to do this ridiculous.
I will Venmo you $10 if you come on our show, Nick Cage. I know you do anything for money.
He's gonna want to come on the show.
I've seen the movies, Nicholas.
We've all seen them, but we have to be nice if we want them on the show. We have to be nice to these people.
Yeah, of course. I feel like
their egos.
That was my unironic love. If you want my ironic love, dude, you in City of Angels.
What is that? Bite of the Vampire? Bite from the Vampire? That's my favorite movie.
Dude, National Treasure is one of my favorite movies of all time.
National Treasure 2 is the best movie to ever be made ever. Actually, I'm just kidding. I believe Snake Eyes is the greatest movie ever made involving Vegas. So moving on, our next story is... Originally, I did have a story lined up, but I'm not even going to do that now. I really just want to dedicate the rest of our time to Jeremy.
To Nicolas Cage?
Oh, fuck no, please don't.
No,
Jeremy. Actually, you know what? I'll be honest.
Jeremy, he was a scrawny bitch, and he never changed.
I'm going to be honest, Jeremy. I don't remember the first time we met. It's just you were in my life one day, and you were there.
Aww.
I honestly, I can't think of when. I know when I met Jared, it was on the bus and all that. I don't know when I met you. You were just there one day. And then I was like, oh yeah, that's Jeremy. That's my friend Jeremy. Don't know where he came from, but he's there.
Yeah, I remember the first time walking to your house with Jared, and oh my god, I thought I was going to die.
I don't want to hear it. I walked to your house from my house.
I know. I don't know how you did it.
I did it all the time at your house.
Because we walked through cornfields, we walked through the woods, across the highway.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I still remember when the three of us were walking, and we're like, "Oh, let's." You guys were really fucking thirsty because we were walking for a long time, so you two decided to drink river water.
Good times.
That was green.
Hey, you know, no pain, no gain.
I mean, we're still alive.
So real quick, I have another. Since I'm still reading this book, it's multiple stories in it, which is why I keep recommending it to all of you again and again, week in, week out. But I the other day I read one of the funniest fucking horror stories I think I'll ever read in my fucking life.
Krampus?
No, it's called Bovine Rule. It's called Bovine Rule by S.L. Dixon. And it's in that Kill for a Copy book that I keep recommending. Get on Amazon. It's great. So it's a short story. The reason it is the funniest fucking horror short story I've ever read. It is literally a group of people trapped in a diner. And take zombies, but trade them out for cows, heifers, calves, and one big old bull. And replace that as a zombie invasion outside of a diner, and all of them trapped inside, and you've got that story, and it is the funniest. It has a payoff in it, right? So there's a part where there's this guy eating. They're all eating, and like they've been there for like days at this point in the story. It kind of like skips ahead, and it's been like days. They make French fries, right? And they're all eating them, and there's this one dude in there, and they're like eating the fries. He's like, "Man, these would be pretty gay." They had a burger with them too, and everyone like laughs at him like, haha, that's real funny. Like, yeah, the bovines are kind of, murdering everyone, and we shouldn't try to piss them off. And the dude's literally like, he didn't understand why everyone was laughing at him. He didn't think it was funny at all. He really wanted a cheeseburger. Whole bunch of other shit goes down. Everyone's getting murdered. Things calm down, and this dude sitting in the diner goes, he couldn't let the thought go why everyone laughed at him. So he makes a cheeseburger. He's eating it in front of the window. And the bull like looks at him. And they have like a moment. And he's looking at it. And just towards the end of that story, it's just this dude eating a burger. The bull starting to charge and him going, "Oh yeah, beef." Smashing into a diner.
Oh my god!
Now, what I'm picturing is this story is a lot like that movie Legion, but with instead of cows, instead of
yes. Imagine Legion, but it's just all fucking cows murdering people that come outside.
It sounds like that would be a really funny movie.
It's the funniest fucking story. And that moment there was just like, I had been enjoying that story, and then you get to that one towards the end, and that moment just sent me over the edge. Like, I love this story. It's just this fucking dude.
That author needs to sell that to Hollywood right now. That's just a great idea. I would love to watch that in theaters.
I want to
in like 2027.
There we go. There's our Hollywood pitch. We're gonna go to Hollywood and tell them Bovine Rule is we're gonna make this a movie. We're gonna make this a short film.
3, we're gonna walk into the thing. We got a whiteboard in the background. We got our fucking Sharpie. Legion with cows. And just walk out.
Oh, you gotta demonstrate.
3 words. Like,
well, by the time that we hit the door, we'll have a paycheck in hand.
That's because if they don't want to take it at first, we'll tell them Anthony will suck their cock, and then we'll most assuredly get the movie we want him to make.
I have never tried, and I'm not open to it. But if it'll make me a movie, I'll do it.
It'll make you
I'll Harvey Weinstein myself.
They tell you. They always tell you it'll make you a star. So
but Anthony has to be that guy at the end. Oh,
I hope you like the taste of caviar and champagne.
I actually don't like the taste of caviar.
Heavily salted and diluted.
I still remember the fucking episode of fucking Gordon Ramsay Around the World, where he goes to a fucking caviar farm, which isn't the weird part. When they kill the fish that has caviar, they slice it open, and fucking Gordon Ramsay takes a spoon, eats the fucking fresh caviar still in the fish's carcass, and goes, "Oh, that's pretty good caviar right there." I'm like, "You're eating fish eggs out of a fish.
Yeah.
They're probably still alive."
Might be.
Now, I'm not a vegan, but I understood at that moment. I will never be a vegan. But at that moment, I'm like, wow, this is fucked up.
They're lower on the food chain. So Jeremy, for all these lovely people here, Mr. Sergeant Redacted yourself, what would you say has been your favorite thing that we've covered here on What an Oddcast while you've been with us?
Oh God, I mean that's gonna be a tricky one.
I know the answer for him.
Bad Dragons.
That's not what I thought, but that's a good one.
No. What do you think, Anthony? What do you think?
I was going to say the SCP Foundation Creepypastas.
Creepypastas. Yeah, I would have to say creepypastas because I had a shit fit with that, and then also the legends and all that we did as far as like werewolves and all of that. Was that on this show or was that on
CLT?
That was
Anthony's
my
show.
show.
That was on. Okay, so that was yours.
It's still part of the network.
Right. So yeah. Between those two, yeah, those would be the best. The ones that I absolutely loved. Sadly, I missed the zombie one.
Well,
See it.
Well, Jeremy, that was really nice of you. Thank you. Well, we're most surely gonna miss you. But we do have the bracket next Monday on the podcast platforms. What an Oddcast. We're doing the first bracket of fucking many, way too fucking many, which is why they're gonna be broken up over the course of next year because there's just way too fucking many to try to fit in one go. But because Jeremy's going to be leaving and he's normally a great input when we do brackets, I wanted to get at least one done out of the upcoming Nostalgia Express bracket redone. So we're going to have a Hanna-Barbera bracket coming Monday. That'll be fun.
I love Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera is my favorite type of banana.
Oh God.
So Jeremy, is there a lovely woman that you'd love to shout out here on the show before you disappear? So that she can be remembered forever on the internet. Someday,
yes,
someone else we can point this out.
That would have to be my best friend Kara, who is currently going and listening to the show and is our number one fan.
Well, thank you.
And Jeremy leaves and she becomes a zero fan.
Because she's probably here for the handsome one.
Yeah, but here's the thing. If your ratings drop when I leave, you got to realize, and the fans have to realize, I will be back. And when I do come back...
You will be back.
It will be an epic and legendary special.
Yeah, we'll go over the history of the military.
Legendary. Oh, fuck no, not that kind of special. It's on the other end of the spectrum, Anthony, okay?
Sergeant Redacted will be back. But it's easy. You can find him if you just look. And then you also look up. And that's all the information you'll need.
I didn't realize that was a bit. I thought you were...
But no, he'll be back. But he's gonna be going away for a while. So these 2 episodes are basically saying goodbye to Jeremy for now. And there I do have something special. I was originally gonna keep it a secret, but because Jeremy wouldn't be able to listen to it anyway, doesn't really fucking matter. I'm going to be compiling together a best of Jeremy moments. I'm going to dig through all the episodes that Jeremy's been on. And when I have that done, that'll be something that comes out.
You gotta have all the times he said close to home.
There's going to be almost an entire episode just close to home.
And then forearms.
Forearms, close to home, and all the other just dumb shit you said over the time we've had you here, because it's going to be so lonely without you.
I mean,
he's not dying.
Don't worry. I plan on utilizing my time wisely by writing fan fiction of you and Anthony and sending it over to Anthony.
I'll give you my business email for that. That way it doesn't get lost in my personal email.
Oh, please do, because I'm gonna have fun with that shit.
Please no.
It's gonna be a comic book.
But also, so there was some more Spider-Man news that came out too. Now that we're rounding out towards the end of the show, there was actually some Spider-Man news that came, which was that William
Spider-Man
Dafoe's Green Goblin
Oh.
and Sandman from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy will be reappearing in the next Spider-Man movie, accompanying Tobey Maguire. So it looks like Sinister Six is going to happen, but not in the way that we were thinking they were going to do it. It's looking like we have Electro, Vulture in our current Spider-Man universe. They're bringing Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Sandman, and we're also getting Electro from Jamie Foxx with Andrew Garfield. And then we also have Shocker if they wanted to use Shocker. But if not, they already have Electro to take Shocker's place anyway. But it's looking
like really funny when it's just a bunch of like Doctor Strange things. Like these are alternate versions of you, and they're just all in the little windows that fly by, and that's it. And we're getting all the super excited.
More than likely, that's what. But I mean, I don't know the way they're talking about things. That seems like the scapegoat way that they would do it, and the way things are being talked about, and because like Tom Holland, like we mentioned before, him with the whole Venom thing, the whole legality thing he brought up when he couldn't answer. And from what I've been seeing, like that's been his answer for pretty much anything to do with any of this shit. Is he's not allowed to say a fucking word about anything they're doing. So we're not going to know until the movie comes out, unless there's another set leak like there has been with the William Dafoe shit. That just somebody happened to notice that those two were people in the casting that were coming over. That's kind of how these leaks are happening. It's just people on set that are kind of getting things out there. We'll see what happens. Anthony, what are you? It looks like you're trying to inflate yourself. So, Jeremy.
Yes.
One last thing. If you could pick any cartoon to watch on a deserted island, what would you pick?
Cartoon. Dragon Ball Z.
I mean, can we count Dragon Ball Z?
It's a cartoon.
Here's my problem with that. You would have to.
It was on Cartoon Network for quite some time.
Yeah, that was the Cartoon Network version. There's the other version of Dragon Ball Z where it's them getting the shit kicked out of each other, spitting out blood, chunks of each other coming off. But then when it came to Cartoon Network,
I know.
They jumped it down.
Cartoon got a lot of them, so it would be definitely Cartoon Network. So therefore, it was a cartoon.
Okay, fair. I don't have it in the bracket.
They played it.
I didn't include Dragon Ball Z or stuff like that, just because they fit.
No, that would need to be in his own. It would need to be in his own anime bracket.
Yeah, that's essentially the only one that I included that isn't is Avatar: The Last Airbender. Just because that one gets argued about all the time, I was like, "Fuck it, we're just gonna throw it in this one because I don't want to hear people bitch." So also Samurai Jack because that one started on Cartoon Network. So the whole thing, I had to do a lot of thinking about this bracket. Anyway, Anthony, what were you so excited about?
I can't find it, but I saw this really funny fucking meme where it's after fucking Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin after he gets to form, you know, when he fucking like busts out of the tank, goes like for the first time. It was an image of that, and then it said me when I take the COVID vaccine.
Jesus Christ. I don't even want to touch that topic. I don't even want to go down that road.
You mean the thing that made him more...
Yeah, let's not dip down that rabbit hole.
Gave him abs?
So, you know, speaking of that, though, I watch another... I watched another one of the pitch meeting things on YouTube because I think I brought this up before that I watch them periodically. I just kind of watch a few here and there. I don't watch them all the time because they get repetitive, but watching one every now and again for like something that like is a movie that I don't really like anyway. So watch something like that's funny. Anyway, I watched the one about Fantastic Four, the one made in 2005. the 2005 one. So the first one with Captain America is Human Torch. They bring up the thing about Victor Von Doom turning evil just because the CEO people wouldn't let him do what he wanted to. And while he's saying that, they pull up the William Dafoe Norman Osborn, and they're like, "Huh? I feel like I've heard this somewhere before." Nope, completely original. You sure? I'm
how much I
sure we
sacrificed?
just did this. Like, which I have to say, I give them points on that. That's actually a fair point. They that time for Fox is weird because like
It's weird.
X-Men was the only one that did something weird. Was the only one that did something different. But then when they jumped to Spider-Man and Fantastic Four, they just like copied beat for beat what the stories were. So that was a weird time for Fox. But anyway, if
Remember that movie that
early 2000s, you should.
Remember in that Doctor Doom kills his doctor because he's concerned. Wow, your body's having some really weird reactions to the space. We should probably call someone who has better expertise. Nah, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, he just straight up murders the guy.
This is a scientist whose body is going through unexplainable changes.
And then we go to the second remake of Fantastic Four, where it's, hey, this guy was really fucked up. He just want to go back to his home world. No, we can't let him do that. Why? We just can't let him do that.
Because we said so. Fuck you. Or how about the second one when they're like, wow, there's this alien that's doing stuff to Earth. Let's kidnap him and torture him because what's the worst that can happen?
Oh, God. You know, the pitch meeting for the remake of Fantastic Four did really well. They did fucking great with... They do that opening about, like, they go to the planet, whatever. And then he's like, so what are we at time-wise? He's like, oh, about an hour 40-ish. Okay, so what else is the rest of the movie? Oh, you know, like them situating to their powers because they don't know what they're doing and they're really powerful. You know, we thought we might explore that a little bit. Yeah, I thought we weren't going to do that. Ooh, you're right. Yeah, how about we just trim that up and just skip right to the end? Yeah, no, that'll be easy. No problem. We'll just say 1 year later.
And now they're all masters of their powers.
And then they punch him to death.
Yeah.
That movie's fucking terrible. Hopefully the new Fantastic Four will be better. I have high hope for it. I mean, the MCU hasn't really disappointed me. Even the movies I didn't really like I didn't hate. I didn't like them more than the other ones they had done before it in that same like series. So I think Fantastic Four will do just fine. I think that's, you know, I think people are just giving it shit because of the other two, but whatever. Jeremy, I guess we'll end out with a little bit of a segment kind of thingy here with Jeremy here.
Oh, God. Okay.
You get to make one thing that you enjoyed from childhood into a live action movie. What is it, and what are you doing with it?
Oh, God. You know what? I think hold on. Princess Mononoke.
Ooh, Princess Mononoke. Excellent choice. Jared, do you know Princess Mononoke?
If you haven't watched...
I don't know that one.
Hey, guess what? All the Ghibli films are on HBO Max. You got homework, buddy. Don't you want to watch fucking Howl's Moving Castle where Christian Bale's in it and he does his Batman voice before Batman?
So I'm going to be honest here, guys. I have not watched a single one of those, and I hadn't really planned on it.
All right, well, you can catch me at CLT_sandwich. Goodbye.
All right, well, we don't need Anthony for the segment. I mean, you can just be me and Jeremy. So you would do one of his movies in a live action.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I want
Princess
to
Mononoke. I would do
that movie. I don't know. There have been some other animes that have tried doing live action movies, and they haven't been amazing.
The difference
They
is
try to cram a lot.
That one I haven't seen in a very long time, but I remember a vast majority of the storyline, and as a child, I loved it. Just I haven't been able to watch it since child, and I mean that I wouldn't mind seeing that in a live action. Follow the storyline for most of the way for it if I had to actually produce the movie, because it was. I want to be able to see it in live action. I'd keep most of the same details as far as what was there. I change at least some of the plot as far as the villain and humans and all of that, as well as some of the other animal gods that they had. Other than that, I enjoyed the movie. I loved it.
All right. Well, I'll be my
and a big thing for that as well is it is a movie and not like a TV show or series where they have to try to adapt hundreds of hours of TV show into a single 2-hour max episode. Like it's not going to be Dragon Ball Evolution
or Death Note or Full Metal Alchemist or Bleach. All of these they have done live action movies. And all of them like just try to cram an entire series into a movie. It's just not how you do it.
Yeah.
Dragon!
Go fuck yourself, Dragon Ball Evolution. You fucking worst piece of shit fucking movie ever made, other than probably like Brothers movie.
With
my
Gito.
God. But
we didn't even mention Avatar.
Oh, Avatar was really bad too. Mortal Kombat is the only one I actually have faith in, solely because the people who are handling it have been very forthcoming about what they've done with it.
I think Avatar was the worst one out of the entire bunch.
Jeremy, have you heard for the Mortal Kombat movie what their first statement about that movie was?
No.
We will give justice to Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Because they realize, the last two live action movies they did, characters were just kind of thrown in willy-nilly. But they're saying, like, oh, no, like, we're going to actually delve into the story of those characters.
They had Scorpion and Sub-Zero fighting together. They can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, exactly. So this movie, they're going full R-rated and full fatalities and going to
Can we get that one
Mortal Kombat movie?
Can we get Christopher Lambert back as Raiden?
I wish. That would just be a cherry on the cake. And you fucking
think about the Mortal Kombat movies is they were cast so fucking perfectly.
Yep.
Everything.
Yeah, I have to be honest. Like, the people looked the part. It was just they did not have.
I don't know. Everything else was bad.
Yeah, like. It was a little bit of budget problem, a little bit of directing problem.
Like, you look at Goro and tell me that was awesome. Goro was fucking amazing.
I do have to be honest. That stop action like animatronic Goro that they do for that movie, like whatever it is that's fucking an amazing Goro.
Yeah, and then there's words like "soon you will be dead." That's the second one, though.
Soul is mine. Yeah, especially the fucking dude who they got to play Shang Tsung. They got him to redo it for Mortal Kombat 11. They had him come back and like he's the voice, and they even like modeled it after him. And I'm like, thank you, because like out of like those movies were terrible, but like the people who played the characters were just they looked
perfect. They looked the part. They were great as the fucking part, but the movie, as far as
everything else, sucked. Anthony's
they
correct.
made Scorpion's claw a bird thing.
They did, and then a dragon thing.
And the second one's dogs.
Oh, is it dogs? I thought it was like a dragon.
No, it's two dogs.
Yeah, it's fucking weird. Anyway,
I want to watch this movie again
now. Anthony, if you could make anything from childhood into a live action movie, what would it be?
Beast Wars.
I'm actually really okay with that one. That one's also going to sit in the pile. How about I give you guys what I would like to do?
No.
Was it that Cowgirl CD? I already know somebody who you can cast as lead role.
So anyway, fuck these guys. What I would like to do would be Space Jam 2, because that movie kind of got put on hold because of recent people that passed away. But I would take it out of the graveyard, and I would say we are going to make this movie. But we're not going to do an NFL star this time. We're going to get Tom Brady.
They didn't do an NFL start. They did an NBA, and then you went to NFL with Tom Brady. You fucked that up.
You know, if I said we're not going to go NBA star, we're going to go NFL star.
Way to go, champ.
Wow.
Actually, to be honest, what I would love to see as a series and not a fucking movie, Shaolin Showdown. I would love to see a live-action Shaolin Showdown series.
That might actually not be too bad. But no, I would go Tom Brady. But here's the catch: he would not be helping the Looney Tunes win a game. It would just be the Looney Tunes ganging up and beating the shit out of Tom Brady.
What it is, they're like, Mr. Brady, how can we win this game? How much money you got? You have to pay off a referee.
That'll be the beginning of the movie is him cheating, them winning, and then the Looney Tunes getting super pissed, and then the whole rest of the movie is them hunting him down.
The Looney Tunes get sued by the people who lost.
That's my movie idea. I think all three.
I'm okay with it.
We're perfectly okay with it. Oh, fuck me. So with that, you can keep. I think everybody knows where to catch us, but in case you don't, you can follow us at Oddcast and at Jokey Pants Games.
You can catch me at CLT_sandwich on both Twitter and Instagram, and the CLT sandwich at gmail.com for any questions, comments, or just say hellos.
And you can catch me here next Monday for the very final time.
For the final time for probably about a year or so. We're not entirely sure. Jeremy will be back at some point, but unfortunately, he'll live on as Swamp Man, running my cameras for Fireside.
He'll come back one day that ends with a Y.
Yeah, the day that ends with the Y, the long foretold day that ends with Y.
And that month that everyone doesn't hate but also likes.
Yeah, that month that everyone's really in between about. Nobody wants to admit they love it, but everyone secretly hates it as well. I know.
And there may or may not be a holiday.
Mm-hmm.
There could. I mean, every day's a holiday in some nation according to the calendar. So I mean,
and it's in that one season that some people like and some people hate.
I feel very neutral about that season.
My father absolutely loves that season, but my mother, my God, she hated it. So yeah, I get where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
Is this doing anything for you people? Are we driving you nuts?
Oh my God, I'm edging right now, bud.
Oh, we weren't supposed to load our pants? Oh, my bad. So yeah, you can follow at CLT_sandwich. Redacted you can't find anywhere except for on these. Going back, listen to older episodes till he comes back. But yeah, you can follow us there. Hashtag stay odd. Hashtag nerds unite, because we love all of you guys. And personally, for me, once again, Jokey in my pants saying thank you guys for a fucking amazing a Fireside Weekly News Roundup year. We've had an amazing year, and we can't wait to fucking kick it off next month to kick off the next new year. And these guys will be with me for as long as time can foresee, except for Redacted just Monday. Goodbye, guys.
Hey, bye.
Adios.
Oh, what was that?
I was about to say, hey, it'd be nice to finally be on the Gaming Beyond the Box channel. Because they hate me.